I just think it's cool that we're doing a family challenge.
Kind of incredible, actually. Now let me help you out before someone thinks you're proposing to me.
What if I am? What if I want to make this family official?
Tommy Vega, are you serious?
I think so. Trevor Parks, what would you say if I asked you to be my husband?
I say yes.
Yes. You said yes? You said yes. Yes? You said yes.
You know, I think because Jeff has been so forward and really expressing how much he loves being with her, and he's also a pastor, so you know we know that he's a traditional man, and he wouldn't be just out there, you know, just dating because of who he is in the world. He's been incredibly patient with Tommy. You know, our dear Reverend. He's been so lovely, so patient with her, and I do think just because of this relationship, the way it has evolved, the way it's rolled out, the way she, you know, has kind of asked him to take his time. Yeah, I think it was the ball was in her court to throw. Oh gosh, I think it was. I mean, everybody loves love, right? Everybody loves love, and it's been. I mean, aside from all the, you know, the drama and the step kid parts of all of it, they do mesh very, very well together. You know, they've gone through some things. I think last season proved that they could, you know, they could weather some storms. So, you know, weddings do that to people. You can't go to a wedding without going, Right. I think that's it. I think you just said the magic word. It's family. It's the idea of putting together a family, and she had no idea what that would look like, or if it would look like anything at all, if she would be able to move on before he came along. So it just felt right and felt good, and why not forever? Well, like teenagers are, they are critical. So it was, you know, I mean, DB and I both have teenage girls. You know, we have our girls that we work with that are also, it was really quite natural and very expected that we weren't doing it right. So that was great. That was great to be able to do that. And who doesn't want to fall into DB Woodside's arms? I mean, that was a no-brainer. So I loved how it was written. I loved how it was choreographed and all put together, and it was just, it was very romantic and very sweet, and also just felt very organic that this is how that would happen. I think intellectually she understands, but there's that emotional component that's, well, what if she doesn't like me? What if she has beef? What if, you know, because she is incredibly protective of her own daughters, so she gets that, she understands that. I think it has less to do with the agreement and more to do with the fact that he's just coming around to telling her about this. Well, yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, it's one of those things that comes in, comes up in conversation. If it's somebody that you like, it doesn't mean that you're taking the next step, but you're getting to know each other, and I happen to have this. We get past the train derailment, and she agrees. Yeah, she agrees because she loves this man, and why wouldn't she? I mean, it seems I mean, she knows she's a good person, right? And she and Melody get along really well. After that initial thing, we found our groove, we found our vibe, and so Melody and Tommy get along really well. So, I mean, any parent wants another adult, in that situation to get along well with their children. So I think she's got high hopes. Well, I mean, she's quite methodical. She's learned a couple of good tricks in terms of food and things. But Tommy's who she is. She can't be anybody other than who she is. And yes, I'm not going to say that it goes easily. In fact, quite the opposite. All kinds of chaos ensues and things jump off, and there are some unexpected repercussions. You should definitely expect another one. Crazy, right? Just, I mean, insane. Nothing surprises me more and impresses me more than walking on to a set of a wreck, because we do a lot of wrecks, we do a lot of, we do explosions, we do aftermath of madness and chaos, and this one took the cake. I mean, I thought that plane crash, that turbine coming out of the sky and working around that a couple of seasons ago, I mean, I thought that was it, but this train wreck is something else. Something else, yeah. Yes, he's such a great actor. Julian is so great. Well, what's great, actually, just for us, is that we get to our imagination really gets to take hold. So we don't often get to see what we're talking about. So we're guided through the process and where he is and what he's doing. So quite frankly, I'm just as excited as anybody who might be watching the show to see how all the pieces fit. Well, we all make it to the end of the season. So let me just put everybody at ease right away. We all do make it to the end of the season. Oh gosh, there's so much that happens. There's so much that happens in episodes 1 and 2 that I mean, we'll be living with the repercussions of it actually for more than just 1 or 2 episodes. It was one of the more emotional scenes that we shot this season. It's the first time that it's in the season that we are confronted with something that we may not get out of, despite our best efforts. And yeah, it gets kind of scary. Yes, it's all of the above. It's questioning whether or not we should have made a choice, if it would have ended differently for us, but also I mean, you also see the love and the connection that you have between these characters. No, I think the wedding's gonna be a really beautiful surprise. And Tommy, I think we're gonna see a side of Tommy that we haven't seen before. Yeah, there's very vulnerable Tommy on the horizon. I happy to say she actually quite gets to lean on and expand her relationship with Nancy. No, no, she knows that both of these firefighters are amazing people, and that they would both be equally wonderful. And he needs to make a decision to keep them from killing themselves and each other. Well, nobody's ever happy about that. No one's ever happy that their show's going to be canceled. You know, there's the usual. It's like, okay, what am I going to do next? There's the unemployment of it all, and there's also saying goodbye to this big, beautiful family that you have quite literally been in the trenches with for 4+ years, and I, for one, have always been incredibly grateful that they brought me in when they did, that the audiences accepted Tommy as they did, that the crew and the cast accepted Gina Torres as they did, and I will miss them. I will miss their faces. I will miss that conversation. I will miss going to work and seeing what the hell did FX come up with today. It ends as it should. That's my tease. It ends as it should. There's going to be you'll see us united, and you'll see all those people and all those relationships that everybody out there has invested in for all of these seasons, and yeah, and we'll be together. I will remember Tommy as, I mean, she really has become one of my beloved characters, one of my faves. She has been written so beautifully, with so many complexities, so many twists and turns. She's not just a pro. She's not just this person that does the impossible on the scene. She's a mom, and she's not always perfect at it. She's had heartbreak. She's been in mourning. She's been messy relationship wise, and she's a great friend. She's a great friend, and she's someone that you can absolutely have a beer with and just like kick back and have a really good time. And I love that. And I think it's important that we see women be all of those things.